and welcome to Mospline TV. My name is pacman aka motensen, and yeah, you may be wondering what I'm doing here. This is Pac-Man, the original Atari 800 version. It's not the original arcade version, but this thing is fun too. And maybe you know, I start my complete, how I can call it, digital design career with an Atari 800. Yes, it's true, all this sound is horrible. Yeah, my first computer was a Atari 800, and I wrote my own first graphic program for this and start painting, because a friend of mine was able to code in assembler and machine language, and we planned to make an adventure. And so I wrote my own graphics tool to be able to paint graphics on this computer and start painting. And this was a start. Yeah, from this day on I didn't stop painting on computers. Shit. Okay, I just finished this round. Wow. Oh, if you're interested, I'm playing this on emulator, of course, on my iMac, and you can connect the PS4 controller with the iMac. It's very easy when you hitting this and this button. It's called the PlayStation button and the share button at the same time, and wait till the light is blinking. Then you can find it on your Bluetooth environment and connect it with the PlayStation, and any emulator is able to detect it, and you can play with your PlayStation controller all the emulator games. And this is very great, because nowadays it's very hard to play old games with old joysticks. It's very strange. Okay, but I have a second one. Stop this. And here is one of my favorite games a few years later on an Atari ST. It's called Pac-Mania. It's again a conversion of a Namco arcade machine. And this is this time Pac-Man is a more isometric graphic style, and it's very fun too, and I love this game. But when I compare the original from the Atari 800 and the ST one, I must say the old one plays much better. Okay, and you wonder why I show you this? It's just to start this little lesson, because okay, we're just watching the Pac-Mania. Okay, you see it's the same game, except you can jump now. Yeah, when you're timing it right, you can jump over the enemies, the ghosts. Look, come on. No, yes. So we like this. Oh, this is my dad. This is my dad. Oh. Okay. Enough from this. Yes, and because in one of our latest job, I have to animate some graphics in an old game style. So, and for this I developed a few little tricks, and think, okay, it's maybe the right thing for our little tutorial. And when I remember right, someone on YouTube wrote one day, please show us how we can make Pac-Man. Yeah, I don't know why. So, but yeah, it's time to show you how you can make our own Pac-Man animation. And what I like on the idea to develop some things is, of course, when we have jobs, it's always in more or less pressure. time pressure, and so I'm always thinking about a fast solution. So not to have keyframing all by yourself and make it most parametric, you know. And so I developed some easy things that make this pacman stuff, for example, very easy and fast. And this is the stuff I like to show you today. At first, I make it plain. That's our playfield, yeah. So why not? And what I did before is finding some original pacman map, and this is this one. So it's easy. You can just Google it and find it on some sites. It's a more or less empty pacman level. This is the first level we right now played on the 2 different versions of pacman. And this is just for the orientation, because what I like to do at first is making the pacman and the pills running. Okay, for the pacman it's so easy because we made a pseudo version at first. Okay, so I just start with this cylinder object, give them proper high and maybe a tinier radius, like 15. The nice thing on this is you have this slice option, yeah? You see what I mean? So, and when I switch it to Z, it's maybe a bit fat. So, and you see, it's pacman, yes. Okay, and I have to change it to 6 into 9, it's better. So pacman is done. Not really, but it's the easy thing is, okay, what I like to show you is making most of the things parametric with automatisms from cinema. But for example, when you have just to set 2 mouse clicks to animate something, it's okay too. Yeah, it's not much work. So to animate this crazy pacman, you just go into the slices. Yeah. And for example, this is the closed position, and I give them keyframes. Go to frame 5 and make an open position and give them keyframes. And then you go to the timeline and just copy paste it. So it's very easy. Yeah, and didn't need some time. So there's for me no need to make some fancy automatism or something, because this is all what I need, and he did it. So maybe to look him fancy, I can give maybe a full. Oh, you see, it's the way to give him a 3D look. No, I just like to give him some edges, you know? It's always better having edges. So just believe me, I can better explain it. Okay, and the next thing is we need the pills. So we going in the top view and just may set a spline. Maybe from, okay, maybe the pacman enters here. Click, click, and now I give the little guy the way he should go, you know. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. And okay, anyway, it's just on your decision. As you see, I'm always trying to be in the middle of the way, so that pacman can choose this too. Okay. can see enough, so I switch to this, and this is a bit hard because I've just this tiny iMac keyboard here, and sometimes the traditional keys are different than in the other versions, in a right Macintosh keyboard version. So for now I have to, what is, I don't know, so, but I'd use the trick and just cut it and do this. Okay, it's good too. So, and then back to the field, and what we now have had is the path our pacman should go. So the easiest thing to animate something is on a spline, but to be more flexible, I take this zero object where I put the pacman as chart, and now we go to align to spline, take the path, tangential, and have to animate it from 0. Oh, I give him a few keyframes more because it's very fast. From 0, 0, till 200, position, keyframe. Okay, 2 keyframes, and pacman make his way through the labyrinth. But you see, not in the right direction. So this is an easy thing, because now you can have you have this zero object is oriented with the Z direction to the spline. You can watch it here. Thump, 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 thump. Okay, and the flexible thing is you can now place your pacman or whatever in the right direction. So that he fits, and you can scale him and can change something. And like we see when I, oops. By the way, copying keyframes in the timeline is with the control button. So that makes a whole copy of this. Tack. And now we have 200 keyframes pacman animation. And to show him better, give them, of course, the original yellowish pacman look and feel. Yeah, it's great. Here we are. So, that's pacman. You see? Oh, he's very fast. So you have to set your path, be default, it's Bezier and adaptive. You have to set them to maybe linear and uniform. And that means now he goes the whole path in the same speed, or not. Oh, very strange. Okay, maybe we can set the animation keyframes, you know, start and beginning, but for the moment it's a curve, and when we set it to straight, then pacman should do everything in the same speed. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, the first easy thing is done. We have animated pacman, and he goes way we give him. So, and now the rest is easy too. We choose a mograph cloner and a sphere, of course, given the sphere more tinier radius, like this, maybe, and put them in the cloner, setting the cloner to object, and the object is the path 2. So, and the cloner now spreads some clones of the original sphere to the path. That's all. but it is what we want, so it could be much tinier. And maybe a nice material for the spheres, a stylish pink something. If you wanna that I give the luminescence channel some color, it's normally the materials like this. When you haven't any light source in the scene, or when you have a light source in the scene, are just lighted from the light, but there's a dark side of the pills, and to prevent it from being just dark, and for this tutorial I have no reason to give some lightning or something. I just give the luminescence channel a value, and so the things are just bright, so it's nice. And maybe because it's our magic pills, I give them a little glow too. Yeah, it's very old. This function in cinemas is very old from the first days. Normally you don't use this glow effect because you can do it always in compositing, and it's better and more flexible. But it's funny that cinema has this type of glow included. So okay, so this is nice. So maybe we give the pills a bit slightly movement with the formula deformer. It's nice for this. You see, oh, it's a bit too much, and maybe the wrong direction. I like the pills just hovering smooth. Okay, great. Maybe more pills, because Pac-Man is very hungry. Okay, and now is the first trick. Oh, of course, when we like to have this 2D-ish version, we can make Pac-Man in this position. So, you know. Can see it? Okay, I'm afraid Pac-Man has a too long way, so I cut this, and we just have this way. Yeah, it's a bit easier. Okay, great. So, what we can do now is let Pac-Man eating the pills. So, and because the pills are now made by a cloner, is of course the easiest way to give, for example, Pac-Man a plane effector. You see, it's now here. And the plane effector is set to, it's okay, I set it to 100 and give them a fall off. For example, like a box, you see. And he should not change the position of the clones, but just change the size. You see it? So this is the way we can let disappear the pills when Pac-Man eat them. So, and okay, I show you some effect. Yeah, when you think, okay, it's no problem. We connecting this thing with Pac-Man, and then he eat all the pills. Yeah, works great. But oh, after him the pills are still there. So, and this is one of the first little tricks I used for this. You can set the effector to source, and this means you can give the effector as source some kind of object. Yeah, and in this case, it's possible to have a spline object too. Here, for example, you see it. And when I give the plane effector this spline, in the area where the spline is, the pulse disappear. I can show you. So, works great. And this fact is used by me to do it automatically, because when I let fall off pacman, be the mograph tracer, or not follow, it's not the right word, but you know, when the tracer switches off, you can see what happens. Yeah, the tracer, you know it, just wrote his own line on the way of the object, and this means over the time we have a self-building spline, and this spline is of course our object in the plane effector, and deletes all the pulse, and that's all. Very easy trick. And yeah, this is the first parametric pacman trick I like to show you. So it's a very easy way to let clones disappear when they lay on a path given via spline. And this is nice. And now we have this very cool 2D-ish pacman version. But we can do more. Maybe we like to do some kind of playfield. So and there are different, more or less easy ways to get one. Maybe we try the easiest one. I can show you. You see, divide the plane in more tinier polygons, and now change it to a real polygon object. Sure, this is the fastest and easiest way you can do this, but I show you maybe some more ways. And now we go to polygoneselection. Make this a bit tinier, and just painting the playfield on polygons, yeah. And this is, as I said, this is the easiest and fastest way doing that. But I can show you some ways where, for example, the playfield is automatically generated by this graphics. So making a new playfield is just like making a new graphic. And this is of course possible with mograph 2. Like this. Okay, I just painted a bit faster. Hello. You have to avoid touching the arrows from the zero. Okay, now we have a more or less accurate pacman playfield. Like this, and okay, why not this up 2? Okay, you see, it's not much work. It's a bit like painting on paper. So, and after this, we have a proper selection of the whole playfield and set selection. So the selection is freezed in its tag, and call them level. So, and with this selection we can do some things like giving the plane a moExtrude object, like this. You see extrude making an extrusion in the high, but this extrusion has the possibility to give them a polygoneselection. Bam. And now we have just the selected parts. So, and it's a nice little playfield for our pacman. Now we give the playfield maybe a nice material, like reflecting black material. I set the layer to 50% roughness and not so much reflection, and maybe give them a nice flat Fresnel. Choosing a dielectric Fresnel with diamond. Why not? It's a bit strange because diamonds are normally not rough on the surface, I think. So maybe we choosing asphalt is great. Okay, and giving this to the playfield. So, and since I said I don't like to have any real lights in the scene, I switch off the default light option in cinema. Default light means when there's no light source in the scene, there's always one light source from the camera view, yeah? And I show you. So there's no light in the scene, but the scene is lit by a hidden light source coming from the camera. Yeah, and when I'm switching this off, default light, now in cinema everything is real black, except our self-material littered pacman and the pills. So, and yeah, this reflecting material should work, but it didn't. Yeah, maybe give them more reflection. Maybe we give them a sky so he can reflect. Yeah, it's this empty sky, but he can reflect the brightness from the sky, and we have a nice little playfield, you see. So, great. I saved this on the step. So, and this is ready to use system for some kind of pacman-like animations. You see? But we can make it a lot better. For example, I like this Pacmania 3D-ish pacman, so I fastly built out of a sphere pacman, another one, a 3D one, like this. Boom. So, and you can imagine that I going the easiest way, of course. So, this is our pacman. Rotation. Frame 5. Sorry, not booth. So, open mouth. Yes, he's hungry. Suck. Oh, my fault. I have to keyframe both of them. So, whack. This is enough. Yes, and again it's the same like the other thing. Selecting the tracks. Yeah. And just copy paste this with the right key. So when you have a lot of copies, you can copy the copies, and but you have, okay, moment, I have to concentrate. You have, of course, get all the keyframes, you know? Okay, I'm not very precise today, because it's weekend, you know, everyone is relaxing, don't like to work, like me, but no, it's fun. I always like to work. So, what is he doing? Okay, it's right. This is what we need. And yeah, okay, we can do a little addition, because this Swedish pacman has eyes, you know, like this. Yes, great. Are these nice eyes? Yes. So, and these eyes are connected to the upper half sphere, and maybe we get them in a proper position like this. Yes, this is nice. Nice guy. Okay, and to correspond nicely with the yellow of the pacman, I choose brown for the eyes. Yeah, and because I still added a yellow pacman color, we can copy colors, of course, from scene to scene. Copy, going to the other scene, and paste, not colors, sorry, materials, and put it on the pacman. So, and oh, there's maybe a nice thing you can do if you like, yeah, because the material now is from both sides of the polygons. When I just choose front, the pacman hasn't any material inside, so I give them this brown material too, but for the back of the polygons, means for the inside, you know. So, and it's maybe nicer than just having this yellow on both sides. Ding, 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 ding. I think the A's can be a bit bigger, and this is nice because everything here is still out of parametric objects, yeah. So you easily can change anything on any time. Is this a sweet guy? Yes, it is. So, and he's our 3D pacman. Is this great? Yes, it is. Oh, it's a bit big. Okay, so we scale him down to the right size. And so now, what I'm always doing when I have to get a position from a different object, I choose this, go to Tools, Arrange Objects, Transfer, choose my original pacman 0 object, and say bring me to the same position. Scale is not necessary, rotation is okay anyway, and say apply. So, and now the pacman is on the same position as our original 2D pacman. I scale him a bit down more, so like this, and just put him under the 0 object where the original pacman was, yeah? And you can see, now he get his job. Whip. So, and for this guy, the pills have to be a bit higher. So, you're remembering the pills are connected with the spline. So I can, there are different ways, yeah? I can lift the whole spline a bit, but the pacman is on the spline too, but I can make him a bit lower, so we're adjusting the whole thing. Or the other way is just giving the original cloner different value in the Y direction. So you see our pacman eating pills. But he could be much faster, yeah? Okay, I like this guy. Sorry. So I saved the scene, and yeah, I think the pacman is a bit too slow right now, the eating. So, but it's no problem. Like I said, you can always copy and paste keyframes very fast and give them maybe a much higher speed like this. And now he's very hungry and he's very fast, and yes sir, that's great. Oops. Oh. So, and yeah, what we can do more, for example, because there's no light in the scene, I can switch off the bing, boom, boom, boom. I just love this. Oh, but maybe it's maybe not bad to have a light in the scene to give the objects, the pacman and the pills, some kind of how it's called in English. It's the specular, yeah, you know, like this. So it looks a bit nicer when they have some specular, and you can switch off. No, everything is okay. So we have this now, and what we can add now is some nice object to the playfield, yeah, to make it more 80s style. We choose another material and give them a nice cyan color, and again in the luminescence channel. Oh, by the way, copy, paste, so not fully brightness, and in this case you can do this very nasty trick too, making it flat and like this and like this. So this means this texture is now flat projected on the side of the playfield. You see this? Yeah. And I choose, I switched off the tile thing, so there are no loops, and just shows a tiny area where the material is on the playfield. So now we have this great 80s neon look or whatever. Oh, and when I said I like to show you another way making this playfield again parametric. It's very easy, of course, with a cloner. And what I like to show you is a little addition to the plane effector ability to let the pills disappear. Because when you watch it closely, yeah, you see all the pills scaling down. Yeah, it's what the effector did. But he did it a bit too early. You see, when the pacman eat them, they are still tiny. You can prevent this when you give this sample distance lower value. So this means the distance is the area around the spline to detect where the effector should happen. So, and now could be even smaller. Oh. Okay, you see it works more or less, but it's no better than okay, and at the end, not at the full end, but I like to show you another way to make the playfield. Yeah, you see, I need more than a minute to paint it on on the polygons of this object, like this. So can choose another way. We make another plane, a new one. Give the original texture on this too, and now I just choose mograph cloner, and he should clone set to object, set to plane, cubes on the plane. So, but need more cubes like this, and this cubes shouldn't connect with the vertices of the plane like them in the polygon center. So now it's a closed level layer of cubes, and now we can give them this easy to handle shader effector, and the effector should interpret the color of this material. Oh, interesting. So, and what he should did with the color is not the size. It's a scale. It's a scale, but in maybe just in Y direction. Oh no, it's not the right direction, sorry. Or he can do the position 2 like this. No, it's always the wrong direction, like this. So you see, now you have the same playfield without painting it on polygons. So, but this one is a bit needs a bit more performance while playing with this. You can set the cloner to instances, so it's now has a bit better performance. But of course this one, the version with the extruder, because it's just one plane with some extrudes, this is not so performance hungry. We asked this cloner setup, so but this is faster and with less work done. On more flexible. Huh? Now it works. Yeah. Okay, this is one thing you have to get in mind. When you use not the position, scale, and rotation, but the ability to set some objects visibility to true or false, or visibly or not visibly, you have to change the maximum range to under 50%. So now every pull that are connected from the plane effector is really invisible. Okay, and we need this because the built-in expresso functionality from C4D just counts the visibility. Oh, good. So, and I prepared one scene yesterday and just copy this great little expression to my new scene. Yeah, and this thing is just a text. We can choose, for example, a wheel motext. Ooh, it's very big. So, giving them a really nice font. Of course, I have some fitting fonts to the theme today. It's Moment Bedlaw. Okay. Okay, something else is wrong with my cinema today. It's not working very proper. Okay, then I copy paste the expresso setup to this and kill this. And it's just to show you, because I will give you this whole scene as a downloadable add-on to this tutorial. And when you like to choose this expresso thing in your own scene, you have to do what I do now. And for the credits of this little code, the young man is called Philipp Sniechota. Yeah, Philipp was able to make this into code because I can not code in Python, but it's what we need to do to count the high score of eating pills is the easiest way is yeah to take a little Python script to do it, but I wasn't able to writing some Python stuff, so he did, and thank you for this, Philipp. And this is his website, ps-motiondesign.de, if you're interested what Philipp doing all the day, or what, doing all the day in 2011. What's wrong, Philipp? We have 2016. You need a new reel. Okay, so and we watching what happens here. So there's a little setup. We have to give this object our pill cloner like this, and now he showed, yeah, you're remembering, yeah, it's not everything working proper today. He should count the visibility and put them to our mograph, moText object, and he did, yeah. So, and it's yeah, nom, 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 nom. Yeah, and okay. As I said, I'm no Python coding guy, but you can use this without knowing anything about Python. Here's the original Python script. The other nodes just taking the data from the cloner and transforming them in calculatable values. Oh gosh. And this is the script. It's just watching when pill 1 is done, then count 100 to the stack, and the next 100, 100, 100. Every time when a pill is eaten, it counts 100 to the score, the high score. Yeah, we can choose maybe just one, then we see exactly how much pills are eaten, but for our proper high score, I think 100 points per pill is better than one. Yeah. So, oh my god. So, and this, my friends, is our little Pacman clone, Pacmania clone in 3D with every great stuff. And no, it's not everything in. You remembering we have these ghosts, and maybe we can put more pills on the ground, and he eating just the pills where the way is. It's possible too with the same technique, because we can test it if you want. Why is this so bright now? Because I choose? Yes, because I choose. So this is our very nice 3D-ish 80 neon looking Pac-Man game. Sorry. And we have to, yeah, this is of course yellow, what I'm thinking about. So, and should we doing automatically following camera? Yes, we should. Like this. The camera target is our Pac-Man. Bing. And position of the camera is maybe more like this. Yes, and now this is a full effect, Hollywood-like animation of a Pac-Man eating through the labyrinth. So no, the last thing we can maybe do is just to show you that this algorithm is working. Is working. Sorry, lost the words. Maybe we get some pills from not from the spline, we're setting some pills. You remember, this is the original pills cloner on the path, but we can set the pills on, yeah, on the whole. That's interesting. I have to switch them to this. No difference. Sorry, I have to check what's happened here. Plane effector is off, the pills are there, and it's always the wrong direction. So when we have this field of pills, yeah, but the plane effector, you're remembering, is still following this tracer, yeah, like this. Then the effect is still plane. Yeah, it's like this. The pacman still eating through the whole field. Yeah, this is so funny. And moment. And the pills are counted. Yeah. So this is a nice thing. Yeah, this is real parametric in this term. So it's a technique where the pills disappear without keyframing something, and the real count of the pills is made to a high score by this very nice Python and expresso setup from Philipp. And so you can maybe imagine what happens when you put some ghosts into the scene, and maybe using the expresso colliding node to detect something or whatever, and maybe this pacman now is animated on a spline. But I think it's possible in cinema to detect some input devices like the keyboard and steering the pacman in real time or something. I think it's possible in Cinema 4D. Yeah, I saw some guys doing games in Cinema 4D with expresso and Python and something. So if you like to build a whole working pacman in Cinema 4D, it's possible. I'm not sure if it's the most intelligent thing you can do on weekends or so, but yeah, it's possible. So, and this is our little nice pacman. I set them back on the spline, and here's our playfield. And yeah, I'm afraid that's all I can show you for today. This was a little idea I had making this tiny little pacman dude. And I hope you liked this tutorial. It's a bit longer now as I planned, but yeah, okay. And the technique to let cloned objects disappear and yeah, let them disappear is of course not just for pacman games. Yeah, this is a nice little trick you can erzeugen. Oh god, I'm sorry, I lost my words. You can let the tracer doing tracing your path, and this path can be used to steering our effector, any effector. So, and this is a little nice trick to manage some things in Cinema 4D you need maybe. Okay, that's all for today. Have fun with the setup, and maybe you have some comments on this channel, or presenting me your own pacman game video or something. So I'm looking forward to see it till the next Mospline TV episode. Bye bye.